All right, well, we are doing an update from a segment we did a couple months ago about one of my favorite actors and my admittedly bro crush. This is a Bradley Cooper plastic surgery update. We got some new information here, and I'm going to tell you, Brenda, I'm going to spoil it a little bit. Like, we were pretty accurate. I'm just going to let you know that.
Perfect.
Have you watched the video? You didn't watch the videos that I uploaded, did you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
All right, good. All right, well, I want you to be surprised.
Spoilers?
Yeah, they are spoilers.
Okay.
I want you to be surprised. Okay. So I'm going to just recap real briefly for the people who didn't see our last segment. You should check it out, though, because it's a really, really good one, and we were on point. So Bradley Cooper, approximately 2 months ago, went to a Vogue party with his girlfriend, Gigi. Is it Hadid or Haddad? Is it Hadid?
I think it's Hadid.
Okay, Hadid.
Yes.
All right, sorry, Gigi, I got your name wrong. So went to a Vogue party, and his fans were shocked at how different he looked. And we actually did a full segment on that. And of course, when he looked so different, the plastic surgery rumor mill started, as it always does. And there were even plastic surgeons out there, these, social media plastic surgeons, which I guess maybe I'm one at this point, I don't know. But they were like convinced that he'd had a bunch of surgery. So I was like, all right, we're gonna be the judge. We're gonna see, has he had a facelift, and he's had his eyelids done, all of these things. And, just cutting to the chase, I disagree. I did not think he had surgery. In fact, I think Brenda, you and Sarah both, after we looked at this stuff, agreed. We don't think he had plastic surgery. So I got a video from our last episode. I want to show it because it's going to be important. So roll that first video. So I pulled some pics. All right, show that next pic, Brenda, if you would. Okay, this is the same photo shoot. All right. So let's start at the bottom. So if you look at the bottom arrow, it's pointing to that little kind of curve along his jawline. And I'm not picking apart Bradley Cooper here. The guy's a good-looking dude. I already say he's my bro crush. So Bradley, if you're watching this, I love you, man. All right, so you see, though, that he's got like some jowling right there, okay? Yeah. Like, that's what you would expect for somebody that's 50 years old. And so right off the bat, I'm like, okay, well, if he got a facelift, like, he got a terrible facelift because they didn't even fix the one problem that you would want to fix. Now, I know this picture probably doesn't look super crystal clear to us in the studio, but if you look at that second arrow where it says hair normal, I'm looking at his sideburn, and I'm looking at that clear space between his sideburn and the anterior or the front part of his ear. Like, there hasn't been skin taken up there.
Right.
Like, so he did not have a facelift. I mean, I can tell you that. Looking for the eyelid, because he's always had a blepharoplasty or eyelid job. I mean, he's got like eye wrinkles. Like, I mean, I can see them even on this crappy monitor. So, again, it doesn't look like he's had his eyelids done. So, like, this one picture here to me is basically proof that he hasn't had a facelift, he hasn't had a neck lift. I don't think he has eyelids done either, because if he did, they'd look different than they look now. So, looking at that, I mean, I think I can safely say I agree with the people in the camp of he has not had recent surgery. Okay. So, there was that where I made the case that Bradley Cooper had not had plastic surgery based on the pictures that everybody was looking at that say he did have plastic surgery. And then after that, we kind of discussed, okay, well, what's different about him? Because we did agree he looked different, and we threw up a picture. I probably should have included it in this episode, but I didn't. But I think it'll be in the next video. We all agreed he looked different, and we were trying to figure out why he looked different, and we discussed that. So throw that one up there, Brenner, the next video. Please. But I want you to look at this picture from a month ago, and I want to compare it to the next picture. Brenna, throw up the next one. Okay, here to me he looks totally different. So the white arrow, the top arrow, I'm looking at the area in front of his ear and under his cheekbone. To me it looks hollowed out, like he looks thinner. And
yeah,
then
he does look like he lost weight.
And then the black arrows, look how thin his neck is. Go back to the one where it's the side by side. It was like the second picture, Brenda. Yeah, look at the difference in his neck.
Yeah.
Like, his neck is way thinner.
That's what I was looking at too. He definitely looks thinner.
He's lost weight. And then if you look at his body, go to the final picture, Brenda, the one where it's like the full length one where it's him and her. Well, it's kind of hard to tell in that picture. But when I blew that up, he looks like super thin.
Yeah, I bet it's for a movie or something, you think?
That's a great question. In fact, that's exactly what my wife asked, because she came in.
That is a good point. It could be for a movie.
It could be. I was wondering, and my wife asked me that too. I was like, geez, I don't know what Bradley's up to. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Because think of like Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Like how he looked in Batman, and then he like did some other movie where he was like addicted to some kind of drug.
So I think that the reason that he looks so different is because he's lost weight. I don't know if he's been sick. I don't know if he's on the Ozempic. Maybe he.
Ozempic?
Maybe he had the Ozempic is going around.
Got that Ozempic.
Maybe he is doing it for a role. But I think the combination of the weight loss, which hollowed out his face, the hairstyle change, and the beard makes him look like almost like a different person. And so I think that's your answer. I mean, all this talk about surgery is just, nonsense. I can't believe that one plastic surgeon was convinced he had surgery. I mean,
Yeah,
okay, all right. So we kind of came to the conclusion, Brenna, that he was getting all these plastic surgery rumors because he looked so different. And we said, he's lost weight, his hairstyle's different, maybe he's changed his appearance for a role. Well, Bradley Cooper was recently on the Smartless podcast. Have you heard of that one, Brenna? Smartless?
I haven't.
I haven't either.
I don't really know too many podcasts because
you're not a podcast person?
I'm a podcast producer, so you'd think I'd listen to them more, but I don't really listen to
Dude,
them
I'm the same way, Brenna.
everyday life.
I've been doing a podcast for 3 years, and the only podcast I listen to is my own.
Like, I technically listen to them during, like,
right, while you're producing them?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I hadn't heard of the Smartless podcast either, but apparently it's a pretty good one. So they got Bradley Cooper on. I'm still working to get Bradley here. So far, no luck, Brenna, but I'm going to keep my fingers crossed.
A little bit of new heights whenever I see something interesting that Travis is talking about, or if Taylor is brought up.
You're right.
Anyway.
So when he was on the Smartless podcast, the plastic surgery rumors came up, and he had some of his closest friends there, and I can't remember exactly who they were, but they were like, oh my God, everyone knows that Bradley Cooper has not had any plastic surgery, and he's there like nodding and saying, yes, he was agreeing with them. And then more importantly, he spoke about what he was currently doing, and he is doing a role, for someone who I'd never heard of, a comedian, John Bishop. And what do you think John Bishop looks like, Brenna?
I don't know.
It's not a trick question. He looks like Bradley Cooper looks like now. So throw up the picture of John Bishop. And I don't have like the full length photo. Yeah. Look at the hairstyle. It's the same. He's like thinner in the face. He's a thinner dude. Bradley Cooper.
I was going to say like youthful or something.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure he's probably playing John Bishop when he was like a little bit younger as well. So that would 100% explain why his hair looks different, maybe why he's thinned out. And really, honestly, I'm super proud of this because basically everything that we had, discussed and were just speculating on, it seems to be true. He basically denied he hasn't had any plastic surgery. I mean, I guess it's possible that, some people were saying, oh, well, he didn't specifically say no plastic surgery, but he did agree when his friends that were there said he's never had plastic surgery. So to me, that's him saying, I've never had plastic surgery.
Confirmation.
Yeah, that's confirmation, right? Thank you, Brenna. Thank you.
Pat on the back for us.
Right, we get a gold star.
Yes.
And then, he said, I'm doing a new role, and it's this guy, and then you look him up, and he looks like a thin, wavy-haired dude that's kind of thin in the face as well, and everything falls into place.
I dig the look. I think it's a good look for him.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he looked better before.
What's your perfect version of him? What's your ideal version of him?
I always liked him in the first Hangover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you remember the movie Wedding Crashers? Remember he was in Wedding?
Oh, yes.
He was like the real mean dude that was like the fiance of one of my favorite actors, Rachel Adams. I love her. Yeah. No, I just think he always looks good. His hair's good. He's got
he's just a good looking dude.
He's just a good looking dude, right? I don't always run around saying dudes look good, but he does look good. So, but yeah, I think that this update was worth doing. One, because it's like, hey, oh my God, we were right. We're so smart. But also two, it kind of confirms, and also two, people should stop and think before they say, oh, so-and-so's had surgery. I mean, again, I may have to look up that one plastic surgeon that was like, oh, you can see he's had like a facelift here and a neck lift here. And I was like, what?
Fact check.
What? I think it was somebody outside the United States, which, that probably shouldn't matter. But I don't know. Sometimes plastic surgeons outside the United States like, oh, this person had surgery. Like, okay. Yeah, sure. All right. Very good. So, all right. We were smart, Brenna. Write that down. Can you write that down for me? I
will.
We were
pat yourself in the back.
All of us. We all did good.
Yep.
It was a team effort. I'm sorry Sarah's not here to share in the victory.
Shout out